Can we have the next question? Yes.
On behalf of the audience here today, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Zakir Nair and earlier your son Farid and the organizer for bringing us this enlightened lecture. And I'm very happy to see you today in person. And I much also believe in what you say about peace and harmony. And I think today's topic about women's rights and universal brotherhood is very timely. Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong, I just want to, there are so many things which I agree with you. I suppose the main essence is, like what you said in the beginning, should we, adherents of the major faiths, religion in this world, if we are the learned one, that means we truly understand the essence of the original spirit of all the major religions, then we will come to a common point where, be it what terminologies you use, whether it's a God, it's Allah, it's a Dharma, or it actually, in essence, it actually meant the one and only. Right, so if we could agree with that, then interfaith dialogue would actually open the way for peace and harmony, and there would not be any sort of things like, differentiation, but more of diversity in harmony. Yeah, and I think one of my, by the way, my name is Richard. I'm an executive recruiter. For me, although I'm born a Buddhist, but I study Islam, and if someone say I'm a Muslim, I'm very proud of it. Yeah, and if someone say I'm a good Christian, I'm proud of it as well, because my favorite verse in the Quran is in Ma'idah, verse 48. I think it states very clearly that, what is more important is the good work that we do, right? It's not so much, because if God has so willed, He has made us a single people, right? That's why He made us a lot of religion, right? But He just want to try us and test it in what He gives us. But actually, all our ultimate goals go back to God. And if there's any differences like we have today, if we refer back to the scriptures, whether it's the Quran, or whether it's the Bible, or whether it's the sutras in Buddhism, or whether it's the Vedas, we will find that actually it refers to the same thing that you mentioned earlier. I have two questions which is related. First is regards the women's right. I think about interfaith marriage actually. If from the Quran, correct me if I'm wrong, I think one of the verses is Ma'idah verse 5, where it stated that lawful to you in marriage are actually the believers or the chaste women of the people of the book, right? But of course, that would depend on whether you take the literal interpretation or you take the tafsir Maqasidi, either Usuli or Maqasidi. If you take the literal, of course, some people would actually come to the conclusions which is actually upheld by many of the majority of the Muslim government today, right, states that the Muslim man is allowed to marry women of the people of the book, but not vice versa, right? Because if literally it states only the chaste woman, it never said the chaste men, right? If you look literal approach. But if you look at the Maqasidi approach, which is the spirit of the law, and just now you talk about equality of the woman, and we know that we have to look at the language of the day, because those days, like we mentioned, mankind. Mankind refers to both men and women. Just the same thing we mentioned chairman. It actually can be a woman. That's why today we rather use humankind and chairperson. So, and because of the culture that day, of that time, most time is addressed to the male, but it meant the women as well. So if we were to interpret in that way, it would also suggest or meant to say that actually the women should be allowed to marry the men of the people of the book. So now the contention is, what is the definition of people of the book, right? So of course, a lot of government, including in Malaysia here, I suppose they take quite the strict interpretation, so much so that they claim there's no such thing as a pure people of the book. But I would like to lend your confidence in the sense that we find the common grounds, the commonalities, right? In the sense that if this is a book, I will give it to you afterwards, right? This is a book by Reza Shah Qasimi, a scholar under the Common Ground Initiative by Prince Jordan. And it actually contains a lot of proof from the Quranic verses. For example, 87:19, which actually conclude that religion like Buddhism is also considered people of the book. So my question is that, in light of all these things, and also to...
Brother, I've got a question.
Okay.
You have posed two questions, cut it short. As the moderator said, if it's two sentences, if the question longer than it becomes a speech.
Okay. So sorry, because I thought...
I've understood, brother. The two questions I've asked mainly dealing with marry the people of the book, Surah Maida chapter 5, verse number 5, and regarding can Buddhists be called the people of the book. Correct? Two questions.
Okay. So
let me answer.
Okay, I just confirm.
You want to ask one more question?
No. This I just number one is the women, Muslim women, in light of the truth of the Quran, should be allowed to marry.
I understood that. I got the question. No need of repeating. My memory is, mashallah, very good.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay.
And before the question, you made a statement. I'll comment after my answer. Before you gave the two questions you asked, you made some statements. I'll comment that after I give the answer to it. Even that I remember.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Coming to your question that the Quran says in Surah Maida chapter 5 verse number 5 that lawful for you on this day is the food of the Ahle Kitab and the women of the Ahle Kitab who are chaste. So based on this, a Muslim man can marry a chaste woman from the Ahle Kitab, but why isn't the vice versa not allowed? His interpretation is many a time when word is used, chairman, it includes even woman can be chairwoman. When you say mankind, it means humankind. Quran in Arabic language is the same. When they say for man, many a times, most of the times it's included, but not always. For example, if I say as a doctor that a woman gives birth to a child, it's woman, it's not man. Many a times man includes woman, but not always. Similarly, in the Arabic grammar, when you know the gist, you are nas. Nas is actually male. But when I translate, oh humankind, I say. So in Arabic also it's the same. When the male is referred to, female is included, but not always. And that you come to know by the context. In this verse, it does say, lawful for you to marry a woman of the Ahle Kitab. So woman never includes man in Arabic, never. When I say woman, it never includes man. When I say man, it can include woman. Do you understand? Do you understand or not? When I say man, many a times it can include woman. But when I say woman, it can never include man. Even in English language. When I say chairwoman, can it include chairman? No. When I say chairman, can be chairperson. When I say mankind, can be humankind. When I say woman's right, does it mean man's right? Does it mean?
Okay, I agree.
Even in English language, when I say woman, a man will never be included. When I say man, many a time women are included. Though in the woman the man is there. W-O-M-A-N. In writing, man is included in woman, but not in meaning. When you write W-O-M-A-N, man is included in the woman, theoretically, but not practically. So same in Arabic, whenever the gender male is used, many a times it includes both, but never ever when female is used, man is included. Now coming to the point, what is the reason? So your logic cannot be applied here in any language. Neither English, neither Arabic, neither Chinese also, hopefully. Okay, now coming to the logic. You have to ask me why and I'll give you the answer. The reason is, first of all, I differ with the majority of the scholars on this statement about women allowed. That we'll discuss later. I'll come to a main point why man is allowed to marry a woman Ahle Kitab, but why not a Muslim woman allowed. The reason is that when a man marries a woman, the woman leaves the house and comes to the man's house, normally. Now, if you marry a Ahle Kitab, Jews and Christians, the Christian believes in all the prophets from Adam up to Jesus, peace be upon him. We tell the Christian, you believe one more, that's Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And we as Muslims cannot degrade any prophet of the Christians. What we say? From Adam, Noah, Abraham, Moses, Isaac, Jesus, we believe in all, peace be upon them all. We say believe in one more. So the woman who comes from the Christian family to the Muslim family, she is not hurt, she has to believe in an additional prophet. If a Jewess comes, she believes in all the prophets from Adam, peace be upon him, Moses, peace be upon him. We say believe in two more, Jesus and Muhammad, peace be upon them. It's easy. Now, if I take the vice versa, if a Muslim woman goes to a Christian man's home, that Christian doesn't believe in Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, though he should. According to the Bible, it does not. So when she goes to a Christian house, she will be insulted. Do you understand?
I understand your point, Dr. Zakir Naik.
I have not completed my answer yet.
Okay. Carry on. Sorry. Yeah.
So here, because of